Hi everyone! My name is Amy and this is Peridot. We're here to teach you about what happens when you go to a pre-release, what to expect, what to take with you, and all of the gubbins in between, just so that you know how to plan your day, how long things are going to take, and so that you can know what to expect. Let's get right into it. Okay, so first things first, you're going to need to pack your bag. You're going to need to get some card sleeves, but you can usually buy these at the game store if you need to. Not all will have them in stock though, so best to bring your own. A playmat is helpful, but not necessary, and some dice. Then we do a quick fit check. Yeah, good to go, comfortable. Of course, you have to wave goodbye to your pets. Goodbye, Perry, I'll see you later. She's looking dumbfounded. And then we jump in the car to go to the game store. So obviously whatever transport method you use. Boogie time, down to the store. Can you guess what song I'm boogieing to? If you can, that's 10 Amy Brownie points for you. You can cash them in for absolutely nothing but good vibes. Now, sometimes it can be a long day, so make sure that you are prepared in comfy clothes, head into the game store, buy a ticket for the event if you need, but a lot of the time these pre-release events book up really quickly, so I'd recommend buying a ticket online for the store if you can. Then you go to your tournament organizer and register. So Matt's just getting me all registered here, and if you don't have a player ID already, you can get one of these forms, or you can set one up on the Pokemon website in advance, which I very much recommend doing. I'll put a link in the description. I grabbed myself a cup of tea and a cake because it was very necessary to get the day started. And of course, then it's time to open our pre-release kits and build a deck. Once you've opened your box, you'll have a 40 card pre-built deck and 4 booster packs. You open your booster packs and you can change that deck as little or as much as you want while remaining 40 cards. Because we have 40 cards in our deck, we're going to be playing to 4 prize cards instead of the usual 6. That keeps these games really quick, fun and engaging. So here's Jono opening his kit. You have about half an hour, 20 minutes usually to do this, but again, it will depend on the store. Rounds tend to be best of 1 with 20-minute time limit, but again, this can vary depending on the store, so check the description. You can check it on the Pokemon event locator, but then also, obviously, that store's website might have some more information as well, so check their socials. So Jono's doing something really clever here, and he's just assessing which cards might go well in his deck and put those aside. So he can see that he's pulled the Barbaracle deck, typical, that got that one when I was filming. So Barbaracle, you can see on the packet there of the pre-built deck, and then he's opening his booster packs and putting trainers, supporters and items in one pile, things he doesn't think are useful in the top pile, maybes in the bottom middle pile, and oh, that's a fighting type, that can definitely go in the deck on the left hand pile there. Energy cards are provided by the store, so you don't need to worry about that. So if Jono did decide to put that Ghastly in his deck and he needed a Darkness energy, that wouldn't be a problem because he can do that really easily, so that's not an issue. Oh, a Meowth EX! That's a really great playable card from this set. So Jono could decide to put the Meowth in his deck, but ultimately, again, a great pull regardless of anything. You can just play that sealed deck over at the top left there as it is. They are fully cohesive decks in their own right. If you'd like to add cards or take away cards, still remaining at that 40, you absolutely can do. But again, it's a very not necessary process. You don't need to do it. So here goes Jono opening up his 40 card pre-built deck. There is one of 4 that you could get, and they all have a lovely stamped promo at the beginning. So we've got the Barbaracle in this instance. You get usual code for TCG Live as well, so that can be used to get some of the cards as well from Perfect Order, but they won't be available until closer to the set release. And if you're watching this and it's a different set, of course, that will change. So we're not going to talk too much about the semantics of the actual Barbaracle deck here, but as you can see now, Jono's just separating the cards from that deck, again, just to make it easier to decision make when we're thinking about which cards we're going to take out and which cards we're going to take in, to kind of make space for other things. So he's just separating the energy, Pokemon, and then everything else in the other pile, of course. And again, this just helps us to be able to see the deck as a whole, see how it functions. And in this little packet with the deck, you also get a little cheat sheet card. It's just on the top right there next to that energy stack. It has the Mega Clefable on it. And that on the other side will tell you roughly how your deck works. So it actually does give you a little bit of an inkling so that you're not totally in the dark having to read so many cards. It can look really overwhelming, but once you get into the swing of things, I promise it gets a lot simpler. So again, just checking how many Binacle we've got, how many Barbaracle we've got, and then how many Landorus we've got. Obviously, Jono will be having a read of these cards and seeing how they synergize with one another. Having a look at how much energy we have. In the past, pre-release decks could have quite a lot of energy in, but actually in this instance, they seem to have kind of scaled it down a bit, and that's really good because we used to have this problem of having quite a lot of energy, and that was the easy kind of cuts from the deck, but that's not so much the case anymore since Perfect Order going forwards. So looks like we've got some really great choices instead. We've got lots of supporter cards. Of course, with the Lilies, because we're only playing to 4 prize cards, you're not going to get that draw 8 for when you have 6 prize cards, but it's still a really great card, but sometimes can be used as one of those switches if you wanted to add some extra cards in. So it's a good flex spot in a sense as well. With stadiums, remember that other people are going to have the same deck as you, like the same base deck, and sometimes they'll play the stadium down and you can use it as well. So sometimes stadiums can be that kind of mild flex spot. And in this deck's instance, your Landorus are your main attacking bodies, so you're kind of looking into, what could I put in, but I don't really want to take those out. So it's just identifying what your engine is. In this case, it's energy acceleration, and which Pokemon are going to be taking the prize cards. Remember, we need to take 4 prize cards, so assess what in your deck is going to be able to achieve that. Make sure you have enough energy for the energy costs of those Pokemon for at least 4 knockouts. Or if you're lucky, maybe you'll only have to take 2 knockouts if there are some EXs in your opponent's deck. But it's absolutely not necessary. Now give yourself a little bit of time to sleeve up all those cards, make sure there are 40 of them, and then we're ready to begin the event. Your tournament organizer should do a little meeting about how many rounds there are going to be, but usually the point is that it's fun and quick. Your table number will be in the middle of the table, and if you need a static table, if walking around is not your bag for whatever reason, talk to the tournament organizer. After you've done a certain amount of rounds, usually kind of 3 to 5, you'll then get your extra prizing. Every participant gets at least 3 more booster packs just for playing in the event, and they'll be given out at various points of the tournament depending on where you are. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you found that useful. So with those 20-minute rounds, usually an event will last sort of 2 to 4 hours maximum. But again, it depends on the store that you're going to and whether you're doing best of 1 or best of 3. Now, I hope that you all have a lot of fun at your pre-release, no matter what set that you are going for, and I hope you pull that chase card.